Hi, this video is dedicated to my good friend Ann, and the subject is how to close down a Windows 8 PC. Things have changed in Windows 8 where it is not quite as obvious how to close down Windows as it was in previous versions. So I'm going to orient the camera a little bit better here first, and then I'll show you how to close down a Windows 8 PC. Okay. First of all, you'll notice that down in the bottom there is no start button or button with a little Windows icon in Windows 8. And what they have instead is what Windows calls charms. These are little, I would call them icons, Microsoft calls them charms. They control several key functions of the Windows 8 personal computer. There are several ways to get to these charms. One way is to move the mouse to the lower right-hand corner of the screen. I will magnify the screen now to make it a little bit easier for you to see. And you go to the far right corner, and then you will see appearing here a series of what they call charms. Settings, devices, start, this will take you to the start screen. Share, which is often used for emailing or printing information, and search, which is basically searching for information on the computer. To shut down a Windows 8 PC, what we want to get to is we want to get to the settings charm. But first I want to refresh how we got here. So one way to get to the charms is to put the mouse pointer in the far right hand corner of the screen. You can see the charms have come up when I do that. The other way to get to the charms on Windows 8 is to use the Windows key and the C key combined. And you will find those two keys here on this keyboard. They're close to each other. Push them together, the Windows and C, and you'll note that the charms have come up on the right hand side of the screen. So you can either push, hang on a second, I'll close this down. You can either push the Windows and C key in combination again, Windows and C at the same time. That will bring up your charms over here. Or you can move the mouse pointer to the lower right hand corner of the screen, and that will also bring up the charms. So knowing how to get the charms appearing on your screen is very important. The second thing to do to shut down a Windows 8 PC, after you get to the charms, click on Settings. That will bring up a variety of things you can do. Under Settings, you've got Desktop. Control Panel has a whole number of key systems functions. Personalization can change your wallpaper and others, but what you're looking for today are these items here. This symbol indicates that this computer is connected to a wireless network. This is the name of the wireless network, and there are 4 bars, which indicates a pretty good signal. The volume of the PC is controlled here. It is at 34%. So if you click on it once, and you can see you can adjust the volume up or down. This is the volume of the speakers. You can adjust the brightness of the screen here. Click on this. I have my screen set for full brightness. You can see it get dimmer and brighter. Brighter is I like, but it does use the battery faster. We'll talk about notifications and keyboard and change PC settings in another video. But today the key thing is turning the computer off. So to turn it off, you'll click on Power, and you get 3 options here. Sleep simply saves the work and takes the computer down to a very low power state. It's not completely off, and it will continue to consume some power in sleep state, but it will also wake up very rapidly. Shutdown will turn off the computer completely, and I recommend that you do that about once a week to make sure that any Windows updates that are waiting out there get installed. It will also clear the memory and make sure that you have full use of memory to all of your programs when you start the machine up again. Restart is something you might choose to do if you want to shut down the machine in order to make sure to clear the memory and to take care of any Windows updates, but then you want it to restart right away so that you can continue to use it. Before you shut down or restart, you will want to make sure that you have closed any applications like your browser or Windows Word that you have open. Windows 8 can force them to close, but you might lose data, so you will want to close all those applications yourself. So the way you would check that, you would go back over here to your main screen. I'm going to turn off the magnification. As you can see right now, it shows that there are three things that are highlighted here. One is my Files library, so I have that open, so I'm going to go ahead and close that. This is a little, this is the Bing desktop. This comes from Microsoft. I'm going to go ahead and minimize it, and I don't even know if I can close it. Okay, we'll close that window here. It actually likes to stay running all the time. This is Skype, and I believe that I can close. I will quit Skype, and it should go away in a moment. Yes, sure, want to quit Skype. And it's gone away. So now we're going to go back, and we're going to go back to Settings, to the Charms. Now it's pointed to the lower right hand corner. Click on the gear for Settings. I'm going to open up the magnification again so you can see it better. I'm going to click on Power, and I'm going to shut down. And now you'll see the computer is shutting down. If there are any Windows updates that were waiting to be installed, they would finish installing at that time. The process from this point on is pretty much automatic. You can see the computer is continuing to work to shut down. If there are Windows updates waiting out there, you would be getting a notification at this point that it was either downloading or installing those updates, and then the computer will finish shutting down. I'll keep the video running until it gets down to the very end. Once the computer is completely shut down, again, you can restart it manually just by pressing your power on switch. On this particular computer, the power on switch is located right here. You'll see the symbol that is basically the circle with a gap in the top and a line through the gap. That is the universal symbol these days for the power switch on an electronic device. I'm going to change my mind and go ahead and end the video. The computer's taking a while to shut down, but that is how to shut down a Windows. It's down now, finishing now. That is how to shut down a Windows 8 PC. It's something I recommend that you do about once a week. Thanks, and again, this video is dedicated to my good friend Ann.